2023 will look exactly like 2022 if you don't make changes and achieve your goals. Period. Full stop. Connecting one human to another with vulnerability and authenticity is a key to human well-being. A modern approach to mentoring, one that creates a mentoring program that really matters, has never been more important, especially in the digital HQ. Augmenters, hosted by Julie Meyer and Jimmy Egerton, is brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network, the audio destination for business professionals. Entrepreneurs Julie and Jimmy, who care deeply about human well-being and bringing more connection to the workplace, dive into mentoring and exploring ways to augment and refresh the mentoring movement, using 8 core principles that weave relevant spirit guides and diverse guests. Julie and Jimmy use humor and practical tips to help mentors and mentees get further, faster together. You can listen to Augmenters wherever you get your podcasts. I took a break to reset myself, to come out stronger with the episodes I wanted to create for you, the listener, to listen to in a certain way. The reality and the truth is, I wanted to create an even better podcast experience. I wanted to go to the depths of thoughts and insights in business and marketing and culture and strategy and social media and tech and mental health and perspective and courage and psychology and sociology. All these different assets of things that I feel with the right knowledge and understanding, cultivated with the right action points, motivational triggers, and alignment with your own personal and professional growth, with your own personal and professional goals, really can move mountains. I want this podcast experience to be one where it's not just insights. You feel driven and motivated to take action, not because I said it, but because I'm learning and I'm sharing and suggesting things that I'm learning. And I'm hoping we as a collective can take action together. I am tired of naming things that I want and then I don't get them because of X, Y, Z. And I'm pretty sure you may feel the same. I want us all to win. Whatever it is your zone of genius is, whatever it is that you're meant to do on this earth, I want you to be the very best at it. And if my little podcast can be a trigger point, a light bulb moment, a confirmation, or even taking some notes that you can ponder with later to maybe find what you're looking for, then I'm happy. Plus, I would love my reviews and my downloads to go up, but I digress.
What's up, digital world? You're listening to the I Digress audio experience with Troy Sandidge. Social media, marketing, storytelling, business, culture, and more. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1.
How many of you go through the tradition or the habit or participate in the act of doing New Year's resolutions? Obviously, this is a rhetorical question because I can't listen to your responses, but you could tag me at FindTroy on Twitter with your responses and we can do a dialogue that way. But again, I digress. The reason I bring this up is that I want to start off the new year stirring the pot. Let's think this through. We're going to wait until the clock turns 0, till it resets, because psychologically in our minds, we think it's the right time to finally embrace the changes and do the things that we say we've been wanting to do for years, because literally it went from a 2 to a 3. Now, I believe in external things, and I believe that there's ways that we can cold turkey make things happen, but in most instances, With data backing me up on this, most New Year's resolutions fail almost immediately. And let's unpack this, because I'm not just going to let us sit with that. Let's just Google it. Per definition, a resolution is a statement of what you want to change. Again, a resolution is a statement of what you want to change. A goal is a statement of what you want to achieve. Again, here, see the difference here. A resolution is a statement of what you want to change. Change eating habits. Change exercise regimen. Change how much money I bring to the table. Change jobs, etc. A goal is a statement of what you want to achieve. I want to lose X amount of weight. I want to be this strong. I want to run this fast, this far, at this time, by this time, etc. Let's stop making resolutions and let's start making goals. Too many times, people call things goals that are really dreams. When you plan for a goal, make sure that the goal is real. And then put some infrastructure in place around it. It's easy to get lost in writing down resolutions because these are obviously all things you want to change. I want to lose weight. I want a better job. I want more money. And yet every year you come to the same situation of, I want to change. I want to change. I want to change. You stating that you want to change is not an action for change to take place. It is acknowledging a desire to change, that you're recognizing it, but you're not doing anything about it. So what? Instead, you need to define your goals that are realistic, that are tangible, that are possible with who you are now, not with who you think you'll be in 6 months or next year, who you are right now, with your current strengths and weaknesses right now. As we grow, as we evolve, then we may be able to surpass our limitations or seek help or support in getting us beyond those ceilings to do so. But that's where we fail, in the planning. Just writing down what we want to change isn't enough. We need a plan of action to achieve anything. The secret to driving your business forward is finding the discipline to focus on the key priorities you need to tackle while getting the right support for the things others can do for you. You can get the support you need without breaking the bank through virtual gurus. They match you with skilled, remote administrative talent, and you pay only for the hours you need through an affordable subscription plan. With no long-term commitments, with no recruiting costs, you can build the support team you need while keeping your operation lean, saving up to 40% compared to traditional hiring costs. Virtual Gurus is on a mission to provide work opportunities to underrepresented communities in the United States and Canada, giving you access to an incredibly diverse talent pool. They can match you with remote assistants who have a range of skill sets, including bookkeeping, data entry, sales and marketing support, email and calendar management, and much, much more. Work with one assistant, work with several assistants. It all depends on what you need. Start getting the support you need today. Book a free consult at thevirtualgurus.com/I-digress. That's thevirtualgurus.com/I-digress, all one word. You are what you do, not what you say you do, not what you dream, not what you aspire. We dream many dreams. We aspire to achieve many things. But let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's take a step back and take in this truth. We don't take action enough. You see, it's the action that sparks the fire, that ignites the combustion for liftoff to occur and to reach, surpassing the clouds into outer space. I don't need to declare on this podcast, on social media posts, live streams, on stages, wherever my voice is being heard or seen. I just need to do. And I need to do more. And you just need to do. And you just need to do more. Word will naturally get out because you did the work. You took the action. You did the hard thing. You did what most wouldn't do, couldn't do, and definitely thought you, of all people, would be able to do. But you did the work. You took action. Now, that doesn't mean you can't express your goals, your desires, and your wants. Just know there's more to do and less to say. I don't need to go another 365 exclaiming what I'm going to do and return back to the exact date, the exact moment a year later, realizing no progress was made. No action was taken. And I have no results to show for it. Enough is enough. Get up, get going, and move. You see, dreams are dreams until you take action, which converts the dreams into vision and plans and goals, which over time gets converted into accomplishments. If we had just stopped with MLK's I had a dream and didn't take that dream and make it into a vision and then make it into a plan of action and then achieved, it would have just remained a dream. I'm chasing reality and truth, and I'm a strong believer that if you believe hard enough and combine that with enough action, diligence, persistence, and patience, you can manifest what is meant for you to have. We seek out self-help books and we go to webinars, we go to conferences, we get coaches, we listen to podcasts, maybe like mine, but I digress. We do all of these things to mentally surpass our own limitations. The hope that there's a magic pill, a silver bullet, a word that's just going to unlock everything for us without us actually holding ourselves accountable to the very one thing that only we have control of. Taking action. It's taking action. It's the one thing we have in our own power to do. That doesn't mean maybe we can't do the actions that we want right away. Maybe we're limited by finances, or we're limited by socioeconomic status, or we're limited by the economy. We're limited by things literally outside of our control. But what is the one thing we can do that we can take action on that is within our control? You know, a big staple in my book, Strategize Up, I state, adapt. Always do all possible things. Now, if you would have told me last year I would have published a book, a physical, tangible book on my birthday, I would have never believed you at all. Now, I didn't have the stereotypical way to writing a book. I'm not a famous person. I'm not what I would deem extremely successful to common knowledge folk. Yes, I have a very unique story, and the book ties into that a little bit. But what I'm getting at is I wasn't a person who liked to read. It's not that I didn't mind reading. I felt reading was a challenge for me. It was hard for me to maintain attention, to process words in a certain way, because I was taught the only way for someone to read is from cover to cover, where I wanted to read certain sections that caught my interest, that gave me information to learn and come back later. But I was always told that that was the wrong way to read. You read from start to finish. You don't skip anything. Otherwise, you will not retain the information. So I thought, well, I'm not a reader. Then I struggled writing. I don't have a mastery of the English language. I need to use spell check more than anything. And so with certain confines, I'm thinking to myself, well, I can't be a writer either. So how is someone who doesn't read 100 books a year, who also doesn't write consistently at the time, supposedly is supposed to be worthy enough to actually write a book for people to read? Now, you can spin this same story to what people are trying to do and achieve in their life. They feel because they haven't achieved it yet, or they haven't done the work yet, or they don't know all the ins and outs to make this happen yet, that they are not privileged, that they are not allowed, that they should never dare to try. And that's what separates those who actually you see out there doing and making things happen versus people who at every New Year, who at all the Christmas parties and Thanksgiving dinners, anytime they do a moment of reflection, they regret not doing. They regret not having what they feel deemed for them to have. And they get spiteful, and they may blame it on other things outside of their control. Well, Troy, how do we get here? And what is your point? My point in telling that story is that 1, I understand where you're coming from. 2, stereotypes are just stereotypes. They are meant to be destroyed. They are meant to be obliterated. And don't let a stigma live inside your head, controlling you like a puppet for you not to achieve your greatness that you are meant to achieve out of fear of the unknown, of what others may say, maybe even people closest to you who don't understand your vision. You see, the thing I keep telling people is that when you are given a vision and when you are given a talent, sometimes people can't see your talent to the depth that you may feel your talent is capable of. And so that means you have to go forth and take action to prove otherwise. There are times when you need to ask for help. There are times when you have to say, I'm going to do it anyway, because you only have one life to live. I don't have time to live someone else's life predetermined for me because they don't think I can do more based off maybe what I have shown. Maybe I wasn't in the right environment where I feel safe enough to showcase other things around me. Maybe I didn't even know the word choices to describe what I was capable of until I explored other things outside of my bubble. These are all things that you can do to take action, even if it may feel like you're not taking action. We really have to figure this out. And I don't know about you, but I'm hearing the clock ticking. Tick, 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 tick. I don't have time to just sit and wait for someone else who was never given my vision to finally give me approval to pursue my vision. Only you know what you want to do at the level that you want to do it. Only you know what keeps you up at night. Only you know what you feel this calling in your heart for you to go out there and do and get and achieve. Well, you need to figure out what that is and align that to your goals. A resolution is just something you want to change. Let's make a plan to grow. Let's make a plan to go. Let's stop sitting in the sunken place, in the void, lost, unsure of anything, not driven by anything. If you haven't set your 2023 goals, now's the perfect time. You know, one of my goals this year is to increase my productivity, performance, and profitability. And sure, finding ways to grow better personally can be easier said than done. As we all know, New Year's resolutions end after the month of January. But I digress. But finding ways to grow better in business is as easy as HubSpot. With HubSpot's CRM platform, better value and growing better go hand in hand. That's because HubSpot lets you try before you buy and has lightning fast onboarding times whether your business is going live tomorrow or went public yesterday. And with sales, marketing, and operations tools, your teams can stay connected and focused on reaching both your goals and your customers' goals. Learn how HubSpot can help your business grow better at HubSpot.com. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to take a deep breath right now. And I need you to hold that breath for 5 seconds. And then I need you to exhale. And as you're exhaling, I want you to envision what it looks like, what it feels like to be the person achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. And I want you to hold on to that feeling for 5 seconds. Now that we've held on to that feeling, I want you to reverse engineer all the things you need to do to get there? Who do I need to ask for help? Who do I need to talk to? What do I need to learn? What do I need to invest in? How much money do I need to start saving? How do I start pivoting to pursue this goal? Many times, the reasons why we get to this great head start, typically in fitness, when you do New Year's resolutions, but it could be anything, is that we just have this blind passion. But we don't create the right ecosystem and the right infrastructure and the right support system around us to empower us to endure and pursue this goal, wait for it, when we have no more passion. I'll never stop being passionate about what I want to achieve. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. I guarantee it, because you will be tried through tribulations and failures and setbacks and things literally out of your control that will hold you down and push you back, taking all the passion out of the room. All of it. Nothing left. And when it's all gone, all you have left is your diligence, is your discipline, is your patience, and the habits you have built along the way that are going to continue to do so even when you don't feel like it, when you're not motivated, when you are discouraged. In many cases, you find that people develop these high levels of actions, the state of taking action, where it's almost muscle memory. I don't need emotional trigger to perform the action. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to feel it. I know it. Alignment in my whole being. I know how to do this action. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it until I achieve the goal that I want to achieve. And so I challenge you in this moment to just go do and achieve. Stop making excuses. Stop telling everybody the tea. Sometimes you have to move in silence. Now, I admit, 2022 for Troy Anthony Sandidge was a phenomenal year. I think you could not have written a better professional year for me so far. But a lot of that time was built in 2020 and 2021, moving in silence. Half the time, people didn't know I was writing a book. You want to know why? Because I felt like if I would have promoted it, I'm doing this thing with the book, I would feel terrible if I didn't achieve the action that I was proclaiming to the world that I was going to do. And sometimes, let's be real, we do that too much. If you're a creator and your job and how you make money is to vlog about your life, all power to you. But for me, I don't have to tell you every move that I make or that I'm thinking of making before I've actually achieved it. I can give the timeline and do the backstory and do the mini documentary, the TikTok recap later of how I got there. I need to get there first. You add too many variables in the queue trying to vlog about it and showcase to the world and tell things that you're doing, and you hit these brick walls that stop you in your tracks and everything falls apart. Let's just take action. Let's get away from everyone needing to know from the moment you wake up to the moment you get to bed what every single moment of your life was. And let's just focus on the few things that if we start pursuing them wholeheartedly, unapologetically, boldly, we can actually, this time next year, relish in what we have done and the impact, not just on our lives, but on others. I know many people are driven by making an impact, myself included as an empath. And many times we have to reshape the personal goals that we must achieve to tie into. If we don't, your partner may suffer, your family may suffer, your business may suffer. If you are an employee or you have freelancers under you or you have clients, they all suffer if you're not at your best. And so if you need time to recuperate, to recharge, to mentally reset, for you to be at your best, to come through for them, let that be the trigger to allow you to pursue greatness at a higher level than you were ever able to achieve before. It's time to move, y'all. It's time to move. We can talk how far away that place is all day long. If you move, you're moving closer to a goal than you would have not have moved, and you're staying in the same spot complaining about how far away it is. Now, I have talked and exclaimed to you this whole episode, repeating and repeating and repeating, simply and in various ways, to stop sitting and waiting, and to start to get up and start trying. Strive for success. Strive for greatness. This is a journey you were meant to pursue. There will be people coming with you. There will be people who will wait and stay behind. How badly do you want to actually achieve what's on your mind this year? How badly do you want to change the things you want to change this year? How badly are you sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of having the same adversities, the same struggles, the same storylines of what could have been, what should have been, but wasn't? And start relishing in, look what we did. Now go do it right now. Let's go.
And that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this episode of I Digress. What was your takeaway? Care to share your thoughts and tag Troy on social media? You can find him on all platforms at Find Troy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review or comment for this episode from wherever you're listening. Looking for a marketing strategist to build the structure, strategies, and systems you need to get the success you want and the ROI you desire in your business? Book a discovery call to talk with Troy at findtroy.com. And as Troy's philosophy goes, imagination is the engine, content is the fuel, social media is the highway, marketing is the roadmap, sales is the destination, culture is the GPS. Thanks for listening.